Welcome to Das Geek. I am sorry. I know I missed last Friday. You haven't seen any recent updates lately. For those that are new, I try to do a new segment every Friday to talk about the tech news to keep you from having to find eye bleach after you accidentally click on a story about Kanye West or the Kardashians or some other celebrity nonsense. I want to fill your brain with the tech goodness. But I wasn't able to do it this week. This is my first video this week. It's already Wednesday, and that's because I've been stuck working 24 hours straight and then some. I worked really on a network outage from Thursday all the way till yesterday, pulling all-nighters and only getting a couple hours of sleep. So I apologize I could not get a video to you. I am sorry that you had to suffer through all the nonsense. But I'm here now, and we will try to get back on our schedule next week for Friday news. But now you kind of get a little bit of a treat because you get all last week's news plus this week's news on a Wednesday. So here we go on Hump Day to deliver you some tech goodness. The first thing I want to talk about is the PlayStation Vue. So for you cord cutters out there, this is a really cool option that Sony has released. Probably the best package I've seen out of all of the contenders. There we go. Out of all the contenders out there, this is really the best package as far as channel lineup that I've seen out of all of them. You've got several plans you can choose from for the cost. The cost is a little bit difficult to find, and honestly, when I clicked on the channel, funny enough, it took me away from where I had stored the price plans. So in any case, you click on Start Free Trial, and this is a way you can stream TV to your Sony account. There we go. There's plans. They kind of hide this part because they just want you to sign up. They're like, just sign up for the free trial. Don't worry about the cost. But they have plans with channel lineups. You get a ton of basic channels like AMC. You get, let me see, you've got a listing here. You've got AMC, you've got Animal Planet, Bravo, Cartoon Network. That's on that 55 channel. So this is with all of them. You get this package. The CNN, I mean, there's probably, well, 55 channels. FX, FXX, you get Sci-Fi. You get a bunch of kids channels like Disney Junior. You get all of your major news, ESPN, ESPN2s for you sports junkies out there. Nickelodeon, the whole works. So you've got a lot packed into just $29.99. Cheaper than my basic cable package that I have up here in the mountains, and it has a lot more channels. So if you have a PlayStation device, Amazon Fire device, iOS, it is compatible. So it's not just for PlayStation 4, although if you have one of those, you certainly can stream to it. So they probably have the best channel package out of all the similar streaming services that are coming out for internet television right now. So PlayStation Vue, go check it out. PlayStation also in the news for their PlayStation VR headset. They rocked the market just like we knew they would. They came in at a price point that pretty much everyone can afford. Last week, if you didn't hear it, $399 gets you a PlayStation VR headset. It's got a 5.7-inch screen, 1080 by RGB, or 1920 by RGB by 1080, excuse me, resolution, and a field degree of 110. Now you may be going, yeah, but Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, they've got better specs. That's true, but they also cost a respecting Oculus at $600 and an HTC Vive coming in at a whopping $800. So most of us will have a hard time convincing our wives or husbands to spend $600 to $800 plus the upgrade you might need for your PC, or even a whole new PC at $2 to $3 grand for something powerful enough to run this. Whereas PlayStation 4, $399, their headset, $399. You really can't go wrong with that. They have a bundle too for $499 that comes with the PS camera and the wand and the game, because I've seen some people saying, well, by the time you add all the stuff in, well, PlayStation thought of that too. So at max you're going to be at $499. That's still $200 cheaper than the PC version, and like I said, you don't have to have the fancy PC to run it. But I did find this interesting that PlayStation is coming out with potentially, or rumored to, a higher powered PlayStation 4 to allow 4K streaming. And some are speculating that you may need to get that newer PlayStation just to be able to have a really solid experience with the VR headset. So time will tell if whether the PlayStation 4 itself is powerful enough to really give you a full-on experience with that headset, or if you're going to need to upgrade. And in that case, that kind of changes everything. But I actually hope PlayStation does well here with the lower market, because it may push Oculus and HTC Vive maybe to come up with a lower cost version of their current VR headsets, and that would open it up for more PC users out there. So if you're interested in getting into the VR market, didn't want to spend a ton, Sony may be your place. Sticking to consoles, Microsoft did something pretty cool, launching their cross-platform play. The first game up is Rocket League. I really hope this kicks off. This allows the PC master race, the console fanboys, and everybody to come together and play a game on the same network. So PlayStation, Xbox users, PC can log into Rocket League, and we can all play as one happy family, minus the trolls and the 13-year-olds telling us mom jokes. So outside of that, we want to talk about the Apple event here. So Apple had their big event. I kind of missed it because I was working. I saw the news story. I started reading it, and I was kind of disappointed. I like Apple products. I own Apple stock, but I might need to sell it now that I'm seeing what's coming out, because you basically got a watch with different bands that comes at a lower cost. You got this iPad Pro thing, which is a direct rip of the Microsoft Surface, which is amazing. I love the Microsoft Surface. Super productive. Really is a laptop experience in the tablet size. iPad Pro, they got the keyboard and things with it, and the pen. I mean, that's been around for, what, 4 or 5 years, the Surface now? Or so what am I getting with the Pro? It doesn't look like with the Surface, I can go and I can install Word, I can install GIMP, I can install all the normal programs I would install on a laptop. The iPad Pro, I guess you still use the App Store, and it may be able to run some of their Apple apps and things, software programs. I guess it's okay. Comes in about $100 more than their other iPad. Kind of disappointed, to be honest. Then they released the SE, a smaller iPhone, so we're going back to the small size for individuals who want a cheaper option getting into Apple. Okay, and that's about it. I'm really worried about Apple. I gotta be honest. They're scaring the crap out of me, because if this is all they have up their sleeves, especially what we've come to expect between Wozniak and Jobs and some of the amazing things that they created and launched, and now we're just like, hey, here's a smaller phone and here's some colored watch band things. So you have something else you gotta sit there and charge. On top of everything else you've got to charge. And you probably need to get another surge protector to plug into your surge protector to plug all the stuff in that you need to charge just for your wearables and phone and crap. Come on, Apple. You've got to have something up your sleeve here. Something to innovate. Please. You're killing me. So that's it. That's all the tech news that I have. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I apologize again for being late. I do want to mention one thing before I go, and that is what has taken place in Brussels. My heart and my family's thoughts and prayers go out to those in Brussels for that senseless, ridiculous act of cowardness. And one of the reasons I love technology is because in good and in bad, it brings us together as a community so that we can help support one another through these times. And the 11 people that died and their families, we love you. Our hearts go out to you. If there's anything that we can do to help, whether that's supporting Red Cross or donating to a charity that's helping over there, please consider doing so. Technology, I hope one day will help stop this type of brainwashing and senselessness that goes on right now with these extreme extremist groups and terrorists, because I believe firmly that through education and being able to open up the world to everybody through technology, that some of this can be avoided. I also believe technology may be able to help detect mental illness and depression and things that may be able to help individuals who, irregardless, would do something senseless because they're just not in the right place. The ability to treat mental illness seriously and protect those individuals from these groups that seek them out to carry out a lot of these acts, because they are certainly prime targets, is of extreme importance. This is terrible for humanity and for mankind. When this type of stuff happens, it just sets us further behind. And again, the only thing I can do is just pour my hearts out to those families and support them in any way that I can, and I hope you'll do the same. So that's it for this week. Please go out there, fill your brains with information, get educated, learn as much as you can. I will see you next week. I'll have some more videos up this week on some new technology that we'll be reviewing, and maybe we'll do a loot box view. So I'm going to try to catch up from my lack of sleep. Until next time.